Welcome to Hospitality Property School. You are listening to Hospitality Property School with your host, Jerry McPherson. Welcome to another edition of Hospitality Property School. I am your instructor, Jerry McPherson, and today I'm going to talk about how to get non-stop referrals. As an independent hotel, resort, inn, or bed and breakfast, a very effective way to grow your business is referrals. Unfortunately, referrals do not happen effortlessly. Yes, you might get the odd referral, but if you want your business to grow, you have to both earn and ask for referrals. So let's begin with how you can earn referrals from your guests. By giving them an experience they will remember. You want to wow your guests. In past sessions, I've talked about ways to do this, and I'm going to go over 10 really good ways you can do this. 1. Show you are interested by really listening to them. Ask the right questions during check-in, in your restaurant, at the bar, and listen to the answers, but don't make it obvious. For example, here are a couple of things you can do. Have newspapers available at the front desk, and ask what paper your guest likes to read. Keep track of the drink they have in your restaurant or bar. Ask if they have a favorite coffee or tea. These are questions or observations that can be made during a casual conversation without being too obvious. Why? All these answers can be recorded on your guest's profile and used later. During the turn-down service, leave their drink of choice in the room as a nightcap. If possible, have their favorite coffee or tea for them the next morning, and the coffee machine timed to start brewing the same time as their wake-up call. Have their favorite newspaper delivered to the door 5 minutes after the wake-up call, and just give a light knock on the door and leave it. Now, you might not be able to fulfill all these wishes, and that's all right, because the guest would not know what's happening, but imagine the surprise if you do any one of these. 2. Have the appropriate software system. Ensure your guest's second, third, 100th visit is as good as their first. Have a system in place to guarantee you are able to have the same degree of service on a consistent basis. A quality check-in system should enable you to build a profile for each of your guests that you can use for every visit. The upfront cost for such a system might be high, but if it's used properly, you will recoup your costs with returning guests in no time. 3. Hire the right employees. As I mentioned in past sessions, compassion cannot be taught. You can't give your employees a desire to bend over backwards for your customers. Hire the employees that show compassion, empathy with your guests, and have the appropriate system and tools in place in order for them to deliver first-class service. Empower them with the confidence and authority to deal with complaints properly. 4. Know your guests. Learn your guests' names and use them. Also, teach your staff to recognize and remember loyal guests. This will form an immediate sense of hospitality that they will certainly find flattering. 5. After check-in. Once you've given a decent time for your guests to settle into the room, the front desk could phone the guest to make sure everything is in order and acceptable. During this call, you'll be able to ask if there are any additional requests that they might have forgotten during check-in. This could be an opportunity for an upsell. 6. Be available. Be on hand at your property and have personal contact with your guests to build a rapport and confidence. Get to know and listen to your guests. They're far more likely to tell you what they want if they know you, and that would encourage them to come back. If you know your guests, it's easier for you to accept their needs and deliver on a consistent basis to keep them satisfied. 7. Be flexible. Don't be so constrained with your own rules that you can't extend a breakfast for a guest who may wish to sleep in or to extend a checkout for somebody who has a late flight. Is this actually a big problem if it means your guests enjoyed their stay and tell others? 8. During turn-down service, Leave a simple, handwritten note on the pillow such as "Sleep tight" or "Sweet dreams." 9. Leave them with the last impression. Make certain they realize you appreciate their business. An earnest thank you from you can go a long way. And give them a little memento from your property or region to take home as a lasting reminder. 10. Walk them outside. When your guests have checked out, walk them out the door like you would with a close friend when they are leaving your home. A warm smile and a handshake can go a long way to encourage guests to return. All right, you've earned the right to ask for referrals by wowing your guests. In conclusion, if you are serious about wanting referrals and improving your hospitality properties ranking, making sure your guest visit is memorable is a necessary step. The next step is to ask for referrals, and this I will talk about in the next session. If you have any interesting stories about making your guest's experience memorable and would like to share, or have any questions and feedback, you can leave them in the comments section of the show notes at keystonehospitalitydevelopment.com/KHDC041. Well, that's it for today's session of Hospitality Property School. We appreciate your comments as always, and if you have any topic ideas, please reach out to us on Facebook at facebook.com/KeystoneHDC, on Twitter at twitter.com/KeystoneHDC, or by email at info@keystonehospitalitydevelopment.com. So, as always, let's continue to work together to put heads in your beds. Until next time, have a fun day. This session of Hospitality Property School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe so as not to miss any hospitality property tactics and strategies that will help you find the success you have always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best content possible. We will see you next time, right here in Hospitality Property School.